come I never shoot when I have like fresh raids? Yo, it's your man Big Super back again. The best albums of last decade, and now we up to 2012. First and foremost, I'd like to say my bad. I fucked up. This series took like a 2-week hiatus. Life caught up. The tragedy that happened in LA with Kobe had me really fucked up, and I just didn't feel like doing shit. It's probably like 3 weeks actually I took off. I'm back on my shit. I'm gonna be consistent with it. We got 8 more episodes of this shit and more content coming soon too. New music on the way as well. Also, thank you to people that was hitting me up asking me what happened to the series. Basically checking in like, yo, are you still doing it? Whatever. I didn't know people were really fucking with it like that, but shout out to y'all and all that. You know who you are. Let's get into this list. Like the previous episodes, I started off with like honorable mentions. I think 2012 might have been one of the best years, and my favorite years as far as hip-hop projects go. Like, it's just so much fire that came out. Like, I know I said that about 2011, but I think 2012 might be the best year. But it's too much to fucking remember, so I wrote down a bunch of shit. These are the honorable mentions. I'm looking at my phone right now. We got Life is Good, Nas. That album, Life is Good, is like Nas's 444. That's crazy that I'm saying 444, but like, y'all know what I mean. Like, he was talking about his failed marriage and shit like that. Like, on an album called Life is Good, like, he was really just super open. It wasn't like project stories like we're accustomed to hearing. Really good album. Cruel Summer, that's the Good Music compilation project. Had joints like Click and Mercy. They jacked Chief Keef and Don't Like. Flapper Zombies came out with Drugs. That was crazy for that time frame, at that era, like 2012. Like, and people probably gonna be surprised that this don't make my favorite list. But Dreams and Nightmare, first of all, Dreams and Nightmare and Dream Chasers 2 came out in 2012. And Dreams and Nightmare by Meek Mill, if you don't know, is probably one of the best, if not the best intro ever. Like, it's still, like, that's like a single. Like, it still goes. Like, you can go to the club today and hear fucking the intro to Dreams and Nightmares. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought we was finished, you know what I mean? Vince Staples, Sean Coltrane, Taylor Alderdice, Wiz Khalifa, Undeniable. That's probably the only, in this whole series, Undeniable, Young Sinatra. That's probably the only Logic project that you're gonna hear on this list. I'm not that much of a Logic fan, but in 2012, when I listened to this project, I really fucked with it. Like, I thought, all right, this dude can spit. I like that Do You Like shit. Tic Tac Toe, that I used to bump that shit a lot. Chance's first project, 10 Day, A Loose Quarter from Joe Budden, which is also a slept on mixtape. Like, that's a really good project. The Cut From a Different Cloth with Ab-Soul. More of Me, like he did like a part 2 to More of Me, or All of Me. Damn, I'm stupid. Soul Tape 2, fabulous. God Forgives, I Don't, and Rich Forever came out in 2012. But yeah, those are some of my honorable mentions. Number 10, I felt like it could have been A Loose Quarter, or it could have been any one of these projects. But the only reason why I gave the 10 slot to Action Bronson is because he dropped 2 projects that I still fuck with heavily. These some of my projects that I listen to a lot when I'm in the gym or whatever, because I like to listen to bars when I'm in the gym. And both of them were solely produced by one producer. So on one end, he gave us Blue Chips, that was solely produced by Party Supplies, and then Rare Chandeliers by Alchemist. Like, come on, like, it's the Alchemist. Like, anything the Alchemist does is fire. And that shit had Rock Marciano on there, Schoolboy Q. But the only reason why that's number 10 is just because I can't deny that. It's still in my rotation of shit that I listen to. Alright, let's try to move this on quick. Number 9, we got 1999, LOL, Joey Badass. Some standout songs on there is I say Illuminati, Survival Tactics, Penny Royal. Like, I love all of these shits. You should just this is back when Tumblr was still popping, so you used to just go to people's pages and hear Joey Badass shit. Like, the whole pro era. Like, Steez actually came out with a project that year too. I can't think of the name of it, but I fuck with it heavy. It was like little, you know what I mean, young dude. It was like almost kind of like his Illmatic. Nas, 18 years old, dropping the project. Like, that's what this felt like. It was like, he got like fucking Lord Finesse on there and like Big MF Doom. At number 8, we got Royalty, my man Childish Gambino. Now this was like like a different type album. Like he had some joints on there that kind of felt like the old stuff, like Camp, but then he came through with like some different type cuts, like Unnecessary with Schoolboy Q and Ab Soul. And he had Nipsey on there with Black Faces. Like he had some cool joints on there. Chance the Rapper, what's it called? I think it's like something like I can't remember that song. Toxic, that's another song I fuck with Danny Brown. But it was like he went from cheesy Gambino to like now he's like making like rappery rap songs. I don't know, rapidy rap, not rapidy rap, but like the sound sounded more current infused with his sound, which was pretty cool. It's like probably the first and last time he did that. Like he went back to like his just shit that sounds like him in his future project, but it was cool to hear him be on his like I'm better than y'all rapping type shit. Like I fuck with that. That year actually, I went to a concert that had Schoolboy Q, Gambino, and Danny Brown in like a park, and that shit was fire. Number 7, and this feels weird putting this at number 7 because this is like one of my favorite projects from him. Just from the time frame, I was really fucking with like some of these other projects way more. I got number 7, Detroit by Big Sean. Now, I remember the first time I heard How It Feels, I just was like, all right, cool, I'm a pimp now. Like something about that shit just made me feel like, all right, let me take my braids out and just get the, you know what I mean? Relax this shit and I'm out here. Cool. Just how he started, that shit was hard. Moolah is also like with French Montana. That shit is hard. One song on there that like as soon as I'm on the highway, it's like something that you gotta throw on. Like it's so fucking hard. It's RWT or Roll Weed Time. I'm a big fan of when Sean just gets on a beat from Key Wayne or something, you know what I mean? And just floats the whole fucking shit. Like, let me just rap. I love that shit. Like, that's where he's at. That's where he excels, when he just barring up. You know what I mean? I like the singing rap shit that he does sometimes, whatever, like, you know, with Janae. But when he just starts spitting, that's when he's at his best. To me, in my opinion. Alright, number 6, Macadelic by Mac Miller. This was like my favorite project from Mac Miller. It had Fight the Feeling. Like, I remember the first time I heard Fight the Feeling, I just put that shit on repeat, just kept looping that shit. This shit was so like smooth. It was like just chill. Like let me just throw this whole album. I throw the album on and just like clean the house, like, or clean my room. What else is on there? Aliens Fighting Robots. And you know what? I always felt like Mac Miller and Sir Michael Rocks should have just made a whole album, like just a whole project, call it Aliens Fighting Robots or some shit like that. Like every time they got together and did music together, it always was hard. 100% from the field, like whenever they collab together. Lucky Ass Bitch. Lucky Ass Bitch. Lucky Ass Bitch. That's another fire ass shit. I love that song. Speaking of, for number 5, we got Lap of Lux by Sir Michael Rocks, which is probably my favorite project from Sir Michael Rocks. It's just hard ass beats on there. He got in his bag. Like he raps his ass off like you know what, or now you do. And then he had like the smooth shit, like Take It to the Floor, Connect. I like Connect a lot. What's the shit with Rocky Fresh? Can't Hide It. It's like that whole project is fire. Like Foreign, Butterfly Lobster, Good Sushi. Yeah, that whole project, Lap of Lux, and was slept on. Lap of Lux 1.5 is slept on. Like he has some joints on there too. I really like Cool Kids Together, but I love Sir Michael Rocks by himself. You might get some bars with him just rapping, you might get some auto-tune, you might, you know what I mean? He just switches it up. 2012 was a clean up year from TDE. Let me just get into number 4. Number 4 and number 3, depending on the day, could easily be interchangeable. Actually, number 2 through 4 can easily be interchangeable, and that's crazy because they're all from the same camp. But today, I'm going with number 4. Habits and Contradictions by Schoolboy Q. I know I said on the last project that he did, Setbacks, Druggy with Hoes is like my favorite shit. Druggy with Hoes again is even better. Him and Ab-Soul, when they get in their fucking ratchet druggy bag, classic music every single time. Knock it out the park. Always a hit. Gangsta and Designer, Groove Line, Oxy music. When Q is in his like real ratchet, druggy, gangster shit, that's perfect, like perfect Schoolboy Q. And again, the title, like Habits and Contradictions, is just basically like displaying his life, and then now he's like further, but he still is involved in certain shit. You know what I mean? His involvement with how he deals with women, and then also talking about like his daughter. he contradicts himself a little bit, you know what I mean? He has habits that maybe not be the best, but it makes for fucking phenomenal music. This could be 2 on any given day. And remember, I base my criteria off of like replayability, because it's 2020 obviously, and this is a list of 2012 projects. Replayability, bars, the whole body of work, how it gels sonically. That's my way of saying cohesive. Just the production, music, all that shit. And based on just that, Habits and Contradictions could be higher. But the bars on this number 3, which is Control System by Absol, damn, it's hard to like put that there. Like, the reason why I put that above Q is because Habits and Contradictions was almost one-dimensional, whereas the subject matter on Control System had like the ratchet druggy shit, because obviously this is the fucking, you know what I mean? It's Absol, like, you know his content, but he also has shit for like the ladies. He has like bars, like the bars is always going to be better on an Absol project than anybody in TDE. I think we should all agree. The song concepts, like Double Standards, Bohemian Grove, Sopa, like these are songs titles that's just like, and like concepts that's just like, all right, we're not accustomed to getting this type of music in hip hop, where You Got Me Harder than trying to sneak a bitch in Bohemian Grove. Like, he flipped that shit, like, and it's like, all right, he's saying shit that is like real shit that you gotta be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Applying it to like the same kind of topics that most rappers talk about, but in his own spin. Like, unfortunately, that year, his longtime girlfriend had passed away, who did a lot of music with TDE, Olori Joe. He did a song about Olori Joe passing. The first time I heard it, like, I cried. It moved me so much that it was so powerful. One song he's talking about philosophy and religion and politics, and it's like he never goes off into it never sounds like preachy, despite him being a fucking blacklit pastor. It's always just enough where it doesn't make you wanna, it don't feel like I'm like watching CNN, you know what I mean? And then he just flexes so like phenomenally when it comes to bars, like on like Pineal Gland, track 2. Yeah, that song about Olori, Book of Soul, was a very powerful song. And then the Blacklit Bastard remix at the end, like, alright, that's like I feel like a lot of people want to hear more black hippie shit, and it's good to hear that shit. It's good to hear all of them on one song, just barring up, making some fire. We need a black hippie album. We got Soul, we got Q, who's left. Number 2, we got Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the fuck is better than Good Kid, Mad City in 2012? Like, hear me out. This is on number 2 on my list. Partially because I don't think it's better than Section 80. Last year, I put Section 80 at number 1. So for this year, if he didn't drop a project better than, in my opinion. But the reason why it's still this high is because this was like not his first album, but this was like his real big introduction to the world, to the masses. And he really did a phenomenal job of creating a full, like we seen in Section 80, a full story from beginning to end of how he just constructs like perfectly. When it comes to making full bodies of work, I don't think anyone can beat Kendrick. Like, everything feels like it's supposed to be at this place. Like, anywhere else in the track listing, a song might, you know what I mean? Like, he understands, and this is why I think he's been on his executive producer shit a lot lately, like with the Black Panther soundtrack. Sonically, he can, and then it's also under the tutelage of Dr. Dre. He puts together bodies of work effortlessly, like, and it just feels like all one thing. It's like, I don't want to skip any of these songs because I'm gonna miss out on the story. Like, from start to finish, there's always an experience. I mean, some of my favorites on there is Money Trees with J-Rock, Backseat Freestyle, Mad City. Now, Mad City, that's the one with MCA. Like, I feel like the first half is like the side that everybody fucks with, but that second half when the beat switches up, that shit is I love that. I love that second half. Of course, like Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, all that shit. Those are my favorites from that project. And I went to a show in Webster Hall, and he was like a surprise guest, and he came out to Money Trees, and it was just like, I just saw a wave of people lose their mind, like going crazy. Drinks was flying, it was nuts. Like just hearing that shit come on, like it was crazy. No one was expecting to have Kendrick come out in New York like that. Like, it was crazy. It should have won the fucking Grammy. That whole Macklemore shit, I guess. You know. But yeah, it was definitely like by far one of the best albums that year. In any genre, not just hip hop. Alright, so why the fuck isn't it number one? Number one is Yellow Album by Dom Kennedy. This was really Dom's, I don't want to say breakthrough project. More people in New York started fucking with Dom once this album came out, and partially it had to do with My Type of Party. That song came out, and which is like the most popular song from that project. It's my least favorite song on that album, and it's still fucking insane. And this was supposed to be an album, but I guess because of some sample clearance, he just released it for free, and I felt like this would have done crazy numbers for his career. But this shit, from start to finish, just the So Elastic intro, when I first time I heard that shit, I was like, wow, this is an experience. Ben Thuggin, We Ball with Kendrick Lamar, Gold Alpinas, P&H, PG Click, Hangin', Mobbin', Posted Up, Chillin'. Damn, there's so much fire on here. 125, baby. Guess what we up doing? Get money then you die, my nigga. Ain't really that much to it. A lot of niggas have big plans. I'm just the one that stuck to it. Jeez. Girls on Stage. He had Too Short on there. Girl, we just moaning. Don't be calling my phone in the morning. In the studio. Yeah, man. That whole album is insane. And to this day, it's probably from that year, which is why it's number one. I play that album way more than any of those projects. From start to finish, all the time. That was the soundtrack of my 2012. All the way into 2013, I think everybody can agree that Yellow Album is Dom Kennedy's best album ever. I hope we get another Yellow Album. Quality of work like the Yellow Album. It was just a phenomenal project. If you fuck with this list, let me know in the comments what should have been on the list, what shouldn't be on my list, what you think should have been higher. Smash the like button if you think TDE had the best year in 2012. And don't forget to subscribe, like this shit, share this shit, click the little bell, and let me know for real, what you fucked with, what you didn't fuck with in the comments. Super!